Alrighty guys, we're going to install the Flow Designs front splitter, extensions and winglets onto the Cerato. The tools we're going to need for this install are your 8mm drill bit, a flathead screwdriver, your 4mm Allen key or Torx bit, 10mm ratchet spanner or a socket, and trusty pencil. And some clamps are also going to help. First things first, we want to remove the under tray from the underside of the bumper. Take your flathead screwdriver and remove a bunch of push clips along the front and down the sides, and then you've got a few 10mm bolts running along underneath and towards the back. Next, you want to take your splitter, grab some clamps or a friend, and clamp it in place. With the splitter clamped in place, we can now pre-drill all of our holes. Now we can take the supplied brackets and install them over this crash bar here, making sure that they sit in line with the 4 center holes of the splitter. Yeah. So the 4 long bolts go into the brackets in the center. The 2 smaller ones will go on the outer holes, and then the 4 remaining bolts will go into the remaining holes. Now that the main splitter is installed, we can go ahead and install the optional extensions and winglets. We're going to start with the extension, making sure that you take the supplied Chicago bolt and slide that into the recessed hole in the splitter. If you install the first of the bolts into one of the gold threaded inserts, that way it's going to free up your other hand to hold that Chicago bolt in place. Remember not to tighten up any of these bolts too tight, because that's going to allow you to adjust how far out your extensions and winglets sit. Now if you're installing only the extensions without the winglets, you can go ahead and use all of the small supplied bolts. If you're installing the winglet as well, you're going to need to use the longer bolts because there's more material in between the bolt and the thread. Once you've got all your bolts loosely in place, you can adjust how far in or out the extensions and winglets sit. Finally, you can reinstall your under tray, clips and 10mm bolts, and you're done. And that's how you install the front splitter, extensions and winglets.